I was a little surprised with how you expressed, how you felt about Keith Sweat, right? We're hearing the things online and seeing that quote unquote beefs, lawsuits or whatever. Like, what is the true feeling for you and Keith?
Oh, we're amazing. We're brothers for life, We got love for each other. And, Keith had done a lot for me. When I was splitting up with Jean, Keith was the one who gave me my first check. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot, because he knew what I was going through. Jean left me with nothing, and I had to really look at myself and say, man, who's my true friends? And Keith was there for me.
Yeah.
So we never had no problem. It was just, how they have those clickbaits.
For sure.
And there was something that was pretty much put together. I just really feel like, I had to come back and let people know because his children are like my nieces and nephews.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? His mother was like my mother. We're true brothers. Like, we went through the trenches, talking to girls that had men, and my car gets messed up because this dude invites girls in our car. So we go through stuff, and it's just fun things that we can look back on to really overwhelm any problems or any discrepancy, but we don't have none, literally.
So the situation with Make It Last Forever, what was that?
Both of us never got paid. And, we never really pushed the issue because we were making money on our publishing. For sure. But I'm talking about record royalties. We never got a contract, which is not lawful. We never got a, work for hire agreement or anything. So the company have been having our names on the album and still selling today.
Sometimes your brain is ready, but your body just don't get the memo. And let's be honest, that's way more common than people really would admit. Now, a lot of guys that I've talked to say the pressure to be ready on demand can make things worse. And that right there is where Rose Sparks comes in. I'm not a Rose Sparks user myself, but here's what they are designed to do. After Rose Sparks dissolves under your tongue, it typically gets you, let's say, ready in about 15 minutes on average. Why, you might ask? It's because it entered the bloodstream faster than traditional pills, which can take an hour or more. Rose Sparks gives guys thicker, fuller erection, make you strong like bull. And that's one of the many reasons why Spark users report that their partners are more satisfied. And here's the kicker. It can last up to 36 hours, which means more sessions and less stress. Confidence changes everything, brothers. Rose Sparks connects guys with medical providers that's 100% online. And if approved, treatment ships directly to your front door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients gets $15 off their first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/4th/funky to find out if Rose Sparks is right for you. That's ro.co/4th/funky for $15 off your first order. Sparks is a compounded drug product. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, and manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to ro.co/safety-info.
And we still never made a royalty, which is record royalties is the difference.
Wow.
So our publishing is lovely. I got my catalog back, he got his catalog back. We eating from that.
Yeah.
But as far as what we rightfully, are owed from the company, where, we should be compensated.
Now from the fans' perspective, going back to my uncles and aunties, could we get the New Jack Swing tour with the likes of you and Keith?
That would be my prayer, Wow. If he want to do it, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be huge, and it wouldn't just be us. It would be Dougie Fresh, Bobby Brown, BBD, if we can make this thing a festival. In certain cities, we can have BBD, you know, New Edition. They all New Jack Swingers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So New Jack Swing can be a festival, and we can have multi-acts. You got Janet Jackson, you got Babyface, you got a lot of people who's done New Jack Swing. You tapped into New Jack Swing, you're a certified New Jack Swing.
So the versus battle with you and Babyface went viral during the pandemic. The first round was a little shaky, all right, but it also was a historic moment. Mm. What was that night like for you, given the early technical issues, but the impact still was something that our generation or the culture could appreciate?
Well, first of all, that is called the Teddy Riley Internet.
Wow.
I mean, the Teddy Riley Wi-Fi.
Right.
That's what everybody call it. But I'll tell you this. I feel like we and I know this is true facts. We were the biggest versus. The number one. No one has gotten more views than us.
Wow.
And that's why I feel like we should step out and do this for the people one more time, but on the stage, but no battle, just play for the culture.
Yeah.
And it could be, for me, I feel like Escape, SWV, Teddy Riley, Babyface.
I think, and this is speaking from a fan, right? This is speaking from a person at my age that if you guys are able to chaplain that, it would bring so much love to just history and what has came before us and how we are supposed to moving forward, because there's classics that are being created as of now, and we are competitive by fault as a group of people.
You're right.
When we see what the media or somebody may label us as, hey, it's either Keith or Teddy. You have to choose from Babyface or like those type of things. When we see you guys respect each other, it now allows both sides to come together, and now we're able to really appreciate the art for what you guys intended it to kind of be.
Indeed. You know, I really feel in a perfect picture. Like I said, we do this and it could be a huge thing. We have one big band for everybody, and we just give the fans what they want.
Yeah.